Program zawiera treści nieodpowiednie dla widzów niepełnoletnich oraz takie, które mogą urazić niektórych dorosłych. Oglądasz na własną odpowiedzialność.
Hello, witam was serdecznie.
Unexplored 2 is a procedural adventure, a roguelike that challenges you to fight, to be clever, and to solve its mysteries. Explore a beautiful world, engage with its
Stary ten sleeper, Boże.
search for magic lakes,
Co?
ancient statues, until you die.
Ta konferencja jest takim Resident Sleeperem, Boże.
Zobaczymy, co tu ciekawego. I tak ja najbardziej czekam na 22. Na
21 jak już.
22.
21 jak już.
22. Czekam.
Jest napisane Ubisoft kurwa 21.
Co? Ale to jest...
Właśnie to jest.
inne.
No właśnie, to jest czas angielski, można tak ci powiedzieć. O.
To jest...
O 22 jest i wiem to. A co my tu mamy w ogóle? Co? Aha, jakiś lot można wysłać, czy co? O co tu chodzi? A ja nie wiem, o co tu chodzi, dobra. Mniejsza z tym.
To kurwa jest ze szmelc.
No właśnie nie wiem.
No jakaś gra, nie?
Jakaś
Dobra, ja na razie odkładam słuchaweczki.
Nie, no to jest dramat po prostu. To dramat.
Unexploded 2. A grałem w jedynkę? Nie. No właśnie, więc to mi nic nie mówi. Enter.
Dobra, to wołajcie mnie, jak będzie coś lepszego, bo to...
One
Wiesz, że
of
cały
the
monitor to
biggest
mówisz, że to
bang
jest
for your
czerwca.
buck that you can get when building a new rig is
O
investing
kurwa.
in a new monitor. And here to talk about a groundbreaking new display is Samsung's Dean Dalcero. Welcome, Dean. What you got for us?
No dobra.
W 240 Hz.
Let's take a look.
Coś ciekawszego. Na pupku. Wow.
Nowe monitory. Nvidia G-Sync. Nowe monitory z Samsunga.
Pewnie 8K już tam pierdolili. Super.
Dean, we've seen the video.
No się scepleni kurwa, serio?
Talk to me about some of those juicy features and specs.
So it's a 240 hertz curved gaming panel. We
Jo,
believe it's
się
the world's
sypleni.
first. So you have lag-free and tear-free performance. And we think that the curve, its 1500 art radius, is going to be a very immersive experience that you wouldn't get from a traditional flat panel.
And I wanted to ask a little bit about some of the color specs.
Sure, it's a 3000:1 contrast ratio. So you get those deeper blacks, brighter whites,
Right.
and hopefully you'll see your enemies first before they see you in the dark scenes.
Yeah, and I understand it also has G-Sync. I saw that flash up on the screen as well.
First G-Sync compatible monitor, so we're super excited about that.
Well, since this is the PC gaming show and we're showing off a huge variety of games here, what are the types of games that you would expect that 240 hertz refresh rate and the G-Sync to work well with?
Sure, so we think everybody's going to
Zaira?
appreciate the speed and the performance, but ultimately, esports first-person shooters are really going to benefit.
Right. Well, of course, I have to ask, not just when is it available, but what type of cost are we talking?
Sure, so it'll be available in mid-July
Powie 2000
for under
złotych za ten?
$400 for a 27-inch panel. So it expands our gaming lineup.
$400 dolców.
Yeah,
Because when you said 400,
około
that's
1600
27
zł.
inches, 4 dollar.
Yeah, so our gaming lineup will expand
Mówię, prawie dookoła
from 24
monitor.
all the way up to 49-inch dual QHD.
Bez sensu.
Check out samsung.com/gaming240 or see us in the back of the room for more info.
Yeah, that's right. For any of you in the audience, it's there. You can go there for it.
It's just not 4K.
Czy oni naprawdę teraz to walą reklamę?
Well, I want to let you know that we have all sorts of great presentations
Mordę
of
nas
games
trójka.
coming up. Let's look at what's coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
Stay tuned for more announcements, trailers, and never-before-seen footage, including
Nie, to...
Gearbox answers burning questions about Borderlands.
Nie.
The next game from Clay Entertainment. Get ready to rip the galaxy a new wormhole in Valfaris. And more.
Jakaś
150
rasa idzie.
O 150 000 mniej ludzi ogląda tą...
No,
Bo na Microsoftie było
And
ponad
now
200
the
000
PC
ludzi.
Gaming Show presents What's Next from Funcom.
no nie jest to taki, to nie jest
Natasza. Natasza
Hello
widać, że
everyone,
jest
thanks for the warm
ponad
applause.
40 lat ma.
It's very exciting for all of us at Funcom to be here at the PC
Prawie
Gaming
50 ma na
Show
karku.
for the very first time ever. And naturally, we would like to share some of the cool stuff that we've been working on.
Bawicie to zanim to się
So,
rozmnoży.
without further ado, here are some of the games coming for 2019.
Something strange is going on.
A, turowa. To tam w dupie mam
I
takie
don't
turowe
feel
gry.
nothing until now.
Nie no, gorszy chyba jedno słowo było jebać.
A lot's happened since you've been traveling, Khan. You could use your skills.
Jezus, to
Stalkers
za
got each other's backs,
Resident
right?
Sleeper.
What happens to you happens to me.
Córka, co?
Ale tak ogólnie to nawet więcej ogląda niż jej. A coś to jest gorsze niż jej, także...
Who would have thought? My son, off to fly among the stars.
Please welcome to the stage, founder and director of Mighty Kingdom, Philip Mays.
So yeah, at Funcom we've been doing our own games for over 26 years now. But recently we had the great pleasure to be working with some other very talented developers and help them publish their games. And on that note, I'd like to introduce Phil Mays. He is founder of Mighty Kingdom, a studio out of Australia, who has been working with us on something a little different.
Thank you, Natasha. So on April 1st this year, we put out a little trailer for something called Conan Chop Chop. And considering the date, it was perhaps no surprise that people decided that that was an April Fool's joke. So yeah, we have a little surprise for you. Check this out.
World exclusive. Conan Chop. Dobra.
So there you have it, Conan Chop Chop. It's a roguelike action-adventure game. It's very real, and it's coming to PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on September the 3rd this year, 2019. We also have a playable version here at E3 at our demo room, so if you want to give stick figure Conan a try, then please don't hesitate to drop by. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Last Oasis is a nomadic survival game set in a post-apocalyptic future where the Earth has stopped rotating. The last humans need to outrun the blazing sun in massive open-world environments. Good times. But cheer up, sunshine. This is one of the most original-looking multiplayers we've seen, with interesting ideas underneath. A player-driven economy and some truly incredible death machines. Coming to early access on Steam on July 15th, let's take a trip to the Last Oasis.
My tribe built with legs to lift us out of burning.
Ostatnio za tak?
We must move forward or die beneath the sun.
No ale to jest na tych maszynach. Jo. Gdyby szła za takie pojazdy. Ostatnio za. Przez 3 września.
Tak jak dom. Kurwa, w motor, no to co?
Do tego. For Age of Wonders.
The name of the game is Age of Wonders Planetfall, a 4X strategy game, and joining me on the stage to talk about it is the game director, Leonard Sass, and principal gameplay developer, Tom Bird. Welcome, guys. Good to be here. Thanks. So, Leonard, just give us the gist of what Age of Wonders Planetfall is all about.
Sure. Age of Wonders is a turn-based strategy game where you play as one of the survivors of a shattered galactic empire. At the start of the game, you choose or create your own faction.
Dzisiaj chłopaki rozpalają, ciągle rozpalam. Jestem jakby co?
Roberto Carlos, śpisz? Trollu.
You know, I want to ask because there's a pretty
A kto
broad
tam
range
śpi?
of 4X strategy games.
Nie wiem, Roberto
To give a
pytam.
sense of what the gameplay is, I just want to start from the beginning of a game. What happens when you first land on the planet?
Well, each race has their own spaceship. The spaceship comes down onto the planet. The planet is where the entire game takes
Co?
place. And that spaceship will then transform
Ja
into
tu
a
czytam
capital
zawsze te,
colony where
wiesz?
your entire empire
Czat.
begins, your sort of attempt to take over the world.
Bo nie mogę robić zrzutów ekranu, w sensie tak, że tylko tej aplikacji, tylko muszę cały. Nie wiem czemu tak.
Full of horrible mutant creatures, an entertainment complex overrun by horrible robot monsters, a temple with holes in the sky and horrible demons who can't get you.
And I did see in the trailer dinosaurs with lasers, correct?
Dinosaurs with lasers.
Perfect. Well, I mean,
Tak, najbardziej co czekamy tutaj wszyscy na ten.
I'm so sorry to disappoint all of you. No past with
Jak
lasers.
to się
Settle with
nazywa?
dinosaurs.
na to, jak będzie Ubisoft.
briefly, and I know that growing resources and tech is a huge part of strategy games. How does that function?
Right, so part of these tech trees come from your origin race. They sort of represent the past race.
Oczywiście Epic Story.
No Epic Game Story. Ten niższy to chyba jest ciepły koleś, bo...
Social doctrines, not all about war.
Zechciała, to będziesz pomyśleć, że to jest ciepły.
No.
The second part of your tech tree comes from your secret technology, and that's all about the future of your faction. So you can create like a combination between man and machine or man and computers.
Yeah.
Others include doomsday technologies that allows you to infect the entire population with alien brain-eating parasites, or win the game by splitting space-time.
I love how many details you're giving me of the horrors that await on the planet.
The future is not a pretty place.
Well, I want to ask about some of the combat that we saw, because in a lot of strategy games, the combat can be very brief. It just, shows two armies pinging off each other. But I understand that the tactical layer is quite rich.
Right, so when combat starts, you'll see, like on the world map, maybe like a little sort of space lab or something like that. When you go into combat, you will zoom all the way in, and you will be inside the lab. You'll see all the pipes and all of the goops flowing around. All of your units, which you've been putting together.
Trochę bardziej platformówki pokazywane są. PC Game Show, a pokazują takie, kurde, no, platformówki takie, wiesz, można powiedzieć na telefon.
I mean, how long do some of these battles wind up lasting?
It depends. A short battle can be maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but at the end of the game, you've got a massive siege with like 20 units on your side, 20 units on their side. You've got orbital cannons blasting holes in the world, and that can maybe take 30 minutes.
Well, talk to us about when we can play the game.
Okay. The game is due this August 6th. It's going to be available on PC, multiple platforms, consoles, and it's available for pre-order now.
Oh.
Well, lovely. Hey, what's that URL?
It's aow-planetfall.com.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's less than 2 months away. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me up on the
Thank
stage.
you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye, guys.
No to pewnie z godzinkę potrwa, jo? Potem co tam później będzie?
And for our next game, Frankie, I have to ask you, what year is it?
Why? The year
19...
1946, Sean, my
Aha,
dear boy.
dobra, tu
Your
trwa
pride and
19,
ruin
potem
torn apart by the
21 jest
satanic plan.
Limit
A brave
Run
band
Game.
of heroes cast the fury into hell,
O,
but
to
little
czyli,
do
że
they
jest
know,
jakieś
the
2
nightmare
km
is
tego
far from over.
No i potem o 22 wiadomo Ubisoft.
This is the world exclusive reveal of the next shooter from the makers of Sniper Elite 4.
Sniper Elite 4?
Nie wiem. World Exclusive.
Co?
Rated M for mature.
No bo nie wiem, czy... Nie. Znowu będziemy, nie wiem, czurów klepać?
Nie.
Przez 4 gry dostali wpierdzieli... Sniper Elite kolejny?
Chyba ja. Albo Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite 5 pewnie.
Nie, Battlefield to nie, Battlefield to już pokazywali. Nie, to kuźwa. Kuźwa, bo tu jak mi wszyscy wrzucają śmieci, kuźwa, to ja tyle tego nie stworzę. Wiesz, z tym, że tu 2 dni temu sprzątałem?
I 2 dni tyle napojów wypiłeś i tyle chipsów zjadłeś?
Sam nie.
Nie.
No naprawdę, to już tu kuźwa niedawno było czysto. Taki miotaż mięso. To będzie snajper, no bo tak wiesz.
A macie może taką plackę jednorazową?
O, nie posiadam takich rzeczy.
O, już wiem co zrobimy.
Jo, snajper, bo jest te twarze pokazywane przez szkielety. Tak było w każdej edycji praktycznie.
Nie w pierwszym, nie w tym...
No dobra tam, ale odkąd ja pamiętam, tak? To wiem, że zawsze było, że jak strzelisz to... No w Sniper Elite, że tak jak strzelisz to fajnie kula i...
Sniper Elite.
Co?
Tylko kurwa Sniper.
I... O, poszło.
Kurwa, tam są mordy, ja pierdolę.
Chciałem go zabrać na obiad. Na sushi. A, chyba, że ci go na urodziny.
O, tak jest
Zombie Army Dead War 4.
Later on the PC gaming show.
Nie, light?
A love letter to
Nie
classic
krzywdź go tak.
JRPGs.
Daj mu już.
What's next for Warframe? A
Ja
surreal
będzie mógł sobie księżyc.
set before
Będzie mógł sobie księżyc przybliżać.
Big Bang. Baldur's Gate 3 and more.
A ty go szybko dotyrasz na ten. Nie, to ja go wolę mieć schowanego w szafie. Jak mi się zepsuje, to sobie go nagrywam.
No.
Masz.
Wyłączony.
Borderlands 3.
A właśnie, bo baterii nie masz wyjmowanej, nie?
Nie.
Znaczy nie no, nic się mi takiego wiesz nie stanie, ale z upływem długiego nienaładowania tych akumulatorków po prostu możesz mieć problem z włączeniem go. Naprawdę. I to ci mówię z doświadczenia, bo mam telefon, który leży bardzo długo i czasami tylko go odpalam, żeby tam coś przesłać sobie, nie? Z niego. No to już niestety jest problem, nie? Muszę pod ładowarką z 20 minut, żeby się obudził. Wtedy dopiero możesz włączyć, nie? No i że są ludzie, którzy grają w takie gry.
Jakie?
No w tą, co teraz tutaj pokazują, nie?
No?
Mnie osobiście nie rają gry, gdzie są takie właśnie niestworzone i historie, demony jakieś. Tam ja rozumiem, jak jest takie jak na przykład pana wszystko, na Steama nawet. Jak to masz na przykład tego...
Bo wstaniesz pod koło.
To Braider na przykład, nie? No to tam też wiadomo jest, że ona tam wierzy w takie coś, ale no trochę tylko, tak? A nie, że zaraz jakieś potwory są czy coś. Wymyślone historie.
So David, I want to ask right away for those who are unfamiliar with Remnant from the Ashes. What kind of game is it?
So Remnant's a co-op action shooter set on an apocalyptic Earth and across a bunch of cool fantasy.
Ty krzywa, ty mówisz tylko wygrać.
Jestem.
Dobra.
Poszedłem z psem i wiem,
So
poszedłem z
you're on sort of a Odyssey-like quest to save the world, and we really wanted to have a bunch of different
Co da mordeczko?
you go to just to experience a bunch of different stuff.
U mnie?
But it rapidly changes very quickly as
Piotr, to będzie Warframe.
And one thing that we've talked about before is that
Jakby co, to ja będę tu z doskoku przychodził, bo mam grilla. Wiesz, począwszy od, wiesz.
Jak nadajesz na YouTube, to nadaj na YouTube, nigdzie nie łaśki, ty.
Ale czemu? To ci ja telefon mam przy sobie, ja widzę, jakby ktoś coś pisał. Więc wiesz, spokojnie. The power of PC game.
And killed a tree ant. We'd have completely different experiences playing the same game.
And you just have to keep going through and eventually explore what all the possibilities are.
Yeah, you can play the game over and over again to see the stuff. You can jump into your friend's world to experience the content in their world, and that's a big part of the game. Jumping in and seeing what you get.
Well, I want to ask about loot, which is, I understand, a big part of the game. How does it function alongside this ever-shifting gameplay experience?
Yeah, the loot in the game is all legendary items, and it's tied into the dynamic generation. So if you fight a boss, or meet an NPC, or get a cool, unique side quest, it generally coincides with a cool, unique item. It might be a boss weapon, or a magical item, or armor. So if you play the game and you get all completely different events, you'll have different equipment than I have.
And in the trailer, I also saw that there were 3 people walking through these, and you mentioned the co-op experience. How does co-op function in the world?
So the game is full co-op from beginning to end. You can jump in at any point, and the game's definitely slower paced, more difficult. I mean, you will die a lot in this game, so awesome. There's a huge advantage to bringing your friends to come in there and help you take down bosses or fight off different events or just generally progress through the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, as a big fan of Bloodborne and Dark Souls, I'm really looking forward to Remnant from the Ashes. What's the release date? Where can people go for more information?
So Remnant's coming out August 20th on PC and Xbox and PS4, and if you pre-order the game now, you can actually get in early and start playing the game August 16th.
Well, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, David Adams from Gunfire Games.
16 sierpnia wychodzi.
Thanks so much for talking to us about Remnant. And as we mentioned earlier, keep those questions coming. I will be asking on stage the creative director of Borderlands 3 everything you want to know. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, just use hashtag PCGamingShow. And until that time, let's talk about our next title. This one was announced 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show here. It's a game from Clay Entertainment called Griftlands. It's changed quite a bit in the